Hey guys, welcome back. I'm out here taking around the shop this morning. It is a beautiful day. I got a trash pile I need to burn. It's a little bit dry, but there's still some dew on the ground, so I think it'll be okay. It'll settle down way before it dries. So I'm getting that started, and I'm gonna change it all into 5100. So, and we'll see what else we can get into. I'm just sitting here keeping an eye on the fire, just in case. The border mostly burnt except for the upwind side there next to the field, so I'm gonna hang out until that gets a little safer. And I'm a volunteer fireman. I got my radio, and just in case Karen rides by and calls me in. But anyway, no offense if your name's Karen and you're not a Karen. But anyway, we're gonna hang out for a while, keep an eye on this thing. All right. Well, the fire burnt down pretty well, so I got to clean off this bush hog. I know, shame on me. I parked it the other day. I had the grandbabies with me. I didn't have time to clean it up, so I'm gonna clean off the bush hog. We got to take this tractor. I'm gonna put the bucket on and push that pile up. Move this tractor. It needs a bath. It needs an oil change, and I've got to fix up here. See those gaps? Those gaps up in there. I've got to seal those up to keep them daggum birds from getting up there and crapping all over the tractor. So that's on the agenda. Let's go push up this pile. All right, well, I had these old bird spikes. I put some around my house to get rid of them stupid barn swallows. And they seem to be pretty effective. I thought I might try this. This don't work, and I'm just gonna have to close these things in completely, which is not a big deal, but I don't know. Man, this is aggravating birds. I know that. They're gonna come right underneath that. They might come right over the top of that. I don't know. I might be able to just set them in there like that. And it might work. You gotta screw them in. Might work. Hey, let's do that. I think that'll do it. They don't seem to mess with those end ones. We'll leave those be for now. Alright, we're going to take this tractor to the house. It needs an oil change, but before I can do that, it's got to have a bath. It is nasty. You see all the bird poop on the hood? That's why I was trying to eliminate that problem. Ease on to the house. Looks like I got a little hydraulic leak on our quick connects over there too. I'll investigate that. Looks like it's leaking right there. I sure hope that thing just came loose and nothing's broke or... Yeah, it looks like it's just loose. How in the world does that come loose after? All that running. Makes me wonder if the rest of them are tight. Alright, we'll spray that down with some degreaser before we start washing. Oh. All right, we'll let that dry a little bit. Then we'll get in here and change the oil. We got her in the shop, got the hood up. It gives you a pretty good bit of visibility there. In here, I see a little bit of trash in there, but it's not too bad. All right, we just got a filter here and then drain the oil. This tractor has very few hours on it. It's just really its time more than anything. Try to keep it serviced. This tractor doesn't farm hard. It is made just for maintenance, or was bought just for maintenance. As my uncle got older, he told me to help him pick out a tractor that fit his implements and that his daughter could drive and that I could use to take care of the place. So I use mine most of the time, but I do use this one some. It's a beast. So it works really well when you got a big job, or you got to do a whole lot of bush hogging. It works good. So all right, we'll get it serviced up, get back to it. Well, that wasn't tight at all. They certainly don't have anything too tight on this machine. Great day. Yep, that O-ring stuck up in there. That'll get you right there. You don't realize it's left on there. You end up with 2 O-rings and gets pressure on it and it blows out. Always check. Make sure your O-ring come out with your filter. I have seen that cost somebody an engine before. Set my rag down somewhere. Alright. I like to tighten them hand tight and go about a half a turn. Unless they get good and snug and then I stop. Alright. While that's draining, we might as well pull this air filter out. See how it looks. Ain't many hours on it, we're just gonna blow it out. Pretty much done. I'm sure there's a torque spec out there somewhere and somebody cares about it, but that'll stay. This was a whole 3.4 gallons, so we'll put just shy of 3.5 in there and we'll stop and see how it looks. course, the way that filter mounts, obviously, should be overfull right now. And it is. All right, we'll fire it up and see what it looks like. Well, guys, the camera battery died on me there before I finished, but engine all's good. Pulled it out, greased the loader, checked the air in the tires, and she's back under the shed until tomorrow. I'm gonna let that pit burn down till tomorrow and go work on something else for a little while. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for a bit, and I sure hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.